This is Gennaro Garcia. He's an artist, chef, and businessman who travels to Mexico once or twice a month for his work. He doesn't like how Mexico is portrayed as a violent and barbaric country. I'm Opinions editor Elvia Diaz, and I talked with him about how safe it is in Mexico, especially for those who might stay away because of that portrayal. Is Mexico safe for anyone to go to do business or just, to go on a tourist? What's your answer?
Vacation? I will say yes. I have never feel unsafe when I travel. I travel I fly to Mexico most of the time, but I also go to I drive to my hometown that is crossing the border in San Luis. But I also go to Baja, to wine country. It's like an hour and a half from the border. And I drive and I take my family, I take my daughter, my wife, I take my friends.
So you are from Mexico, You speak Spanish, you're a native,
yes.
You know where to go. So are non-Spanish speakers a target, do you think?
I don't think so. I mean, if you first of all, anywhere you go in Mexico, there's people that speak English. Anywhere that you go, there's people that speak English. And if you go, for example, to Mexico City, that is a big city, and they say that is dangerous, right? But you go to Mexico City, you're going to see a huge amount of turistas, foreign people coming to Mexico City. They live there. Like when you go to Mexico City and you go, for example, to Colonia Roma, that is very trendy, full of amazing restaurants and galleries and everything, coffee shops. You see more people like Caucasian people on the street than Mexican people.
What is the biggest myth about safety in Mexico that you have heard or that you feel?
I will say that that because you're white, you're gonna get kidnapped, or they're gonna assault you, or they're gonna rob you. It depends where you go on, and I mean if you go and you walk in Mexico City in a really shady neighborhood, and you have like a Rolex or you have like a expensive handbag, come on, you are asking for it. Even if you're here in some areas at night, I mean, it's like the same as anywhere else. Do we have problems in Mexico? Yes, it's bad. I mean, I feel sad. I mean, I feel bad, and I try to do my part, like talking about the problem that we have in Mexico with the cartels and hunger and the fact that they paid so low in Mexico. And yes, I know that there's these problems in Mexico, but also I know that it's a beautiful country and it's safe to travel with my family.
What tips do you have for people who are not used to going to Mexico in terms of safety? Any safety tips?
Yes, stay in good neighborhoods. Don't try to be brave and just going to shady areas just to take a picture for your Instagram. That's very typical. My opinion, Rocky Point. They're gonna ban me from Rocky Point. I really don't like Rocky Point that much. Because it's because the cartel to start. All that area all that area, there's a lot of cartel, but also because I don't like. It's very. I think it's because my age. When I was young, I used to go. Don't get me wrong, for spring break and everything, but it's all about getting drunk. Rocky Point is all about going and be wasted and driving while you're drunk, and that's a big problem for me. And also, you see the difference between the area with the big hotels and the people that work at the hotels.
Oh yeah.
When you enter and they don't do nothing to help the community, and that's in most of the cities in Mexico where we have tourism. If you go to Cancun, if you go to Tulum, if you go to even in Cabos, I mean, that's a story, right? But you have to travel. I mean, I think traveling is the best thing that a human can do, that parents can do for our kids. Taking our kids to another countries, another cultures, and learn from them and see how they live. Like we live in the most amazing country in the world, but we need our kids to see how other people live, to understand how lucky we are.